BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. So, welcome to this other appointment of 50 Minutes of Experience. Today I'm with Gabriele Colafranceschi, in art, G Colafranceschi on Instagram, and welcome to this podcast.
Hey Emiliano, how you doing? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good. Yeah, really good. So today, as you know, we want to talk about you as not only a photographer, but also as a human. So will be, I think, a challenge also for us to figure out some particular truths. But as you know, I would like for sure to know a bit better who you are, then also to improve our conversation.
So, can I introduce myself?
Yeah, for sure.
I am Gabriele, like you said. I'm 22 years old, photographer and film student based in Rome, Italy.
Okay, so where you are based in Rome? Which quarter?
Near Eur. I don't know if you.
Yeah, sure.
know it.
I was living there, so then yeah, that's why I'm curious. But Gabriele, I'm really curious to know. First of all, what you do in your life. I mean, first, I can understand that for sure photography is probably one of the tools that you use.
Yeah, it's the biggest part of my life.
I'm really curious to know what do you do every day? How is composed your life?
My life is composed in a strange way because it's pretty artistic, you know. I always try to find inspiration, and then found that inspiration. I try to express myself with that inspiration, you know what I mean? So it's a constantly search of emotions, experiences, and stuff like that. Photography and filmmaking make, like I said, a great part of my life because it's my way to express all those emotions and feelings, you know. So I'm basically, since the morning till the evening, studying photography, filmmaking. I listen a lot of music because it's a great part too of my inspiration, actually. And yeah, I try a lot to connect with people, and this is something that I get used to not so much ago. I used to be pretty shy, and I used to be pretty alone in my life. Okay. Then founded the photography passion, the filmmaking passion. I knew that for making this, the only way to proceed, you know, is to connect with people. And it was a crazy, beautiful experience knowing that connecting with people is incredible.
Yeah. And I'm curious now to ask you, when you connect with the people, which kind of connection do you have, and how they are structured sometimes, and if there is something you remember you wanna share with us.
So for me, the connection with people is something pretty sentimental because I am sentimental. So I cannot say that I connect with a person just for a work or just for an interest we have in common, you know. I really connect with the people if there is something in some way romantic and sentimental, but not I mean, I say when it's deep, you know, when it's emotional.
Yeah, I
so
if what you mean. I mean, you don't mean the romantic as in fact romantic, that something you can say, oh, this is so romantic. No, it's more something based on empathy, more based on the connection of energy and this deep
Exactly.
connection,
Exactly.
or melancholy, we can say, no?
Exactly.
There's a particular feeling, a particular scent.
Yeah. I think that, like I said before, the artistic way influence much this aspect of my life, because I don't live a flat life, you know. I don't do the same things all the days, day after day. I always try to experience something new, something more deeper than that what I experienced before, you know, and so on with the people I knew. So every time I knew new people, I meet new people, I try to go deep and know more about them and more about their life, and find inspiration in them, you know, what they say, listening to all these people, you know.
Yeah. So how old do you consider your work actually? In which level of this intense inspiration that you're talking about now? So as I see, everyone can see on Instagram, some of your pictures, and I think, and let me know if I'm wrong about it, that your level of picture is going slowly in this direction, but is still a bit far away from that.
Yeah, you said it right. I feel like I'm at the start. This doesn't mean that I am actually at the start, because I shoot by a bit of time. And like I said, 1 year ago, I decided to quit completely digital photography to shoot film, you know. So it's in some way I restarted. I reinvented myself, you know, with photography and with the expression of myself through photography. So I feel like I have a lot to learn, but I'm starting right now to explicit my vision. You know, when people talk to me and tell me what they feel when they see my photos and stuff like that, they starting to comprehend, you know, if this makes sense. And so when something like that happen, in my vision, it means that you are starting really to tell something, to give some emotions and stuff like that. If a photo doesn't give you anything, yeah, it's a photo, but nothing more, you know. So now that people talk, my friends especially, talk with passion about my photography, they say, oh, this photo, it seems like a memory, you know, or it's really good. It made me emotional about seeing that. It's a bit of regard, you know. I don't know how to say it good in English. Traguardo, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a goal.
Goal, exactly.
But I'm really curious to ask you, what do you think about your picture?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I'm a perfectionist. So every time I public a photo or I let someone see a picture that I took, it's like it disappeared for me. You know, I always try to reach more. That's my problem, because sometimes I forgot, maybe there is a great work, there is a good photo that tells something, that makes in some way emotional the people that see that photo. Yeah, maybe I should be living more in the present, you know, and stop thinking about, oh shit, I have to be better at this, be better in that, you know, and trying to perfection all this work. It makes me forget in some way what I'm doing now, you know what I mean? But there are some pictures that I actually like.
So, as I said to you before, I'm a bit provocative person.
Yes.
But I promised you to be not really bad. So
okay.
But I feel like that, yeah, probably we can push a bit this conversation. Then I want to ask you a pair of things. I want to talk with you about a pair of things. So first of all, it's really interesting because in your room you have a purse and I think more than poster of some particular movies.
Hell yeah!
This is something catch my eyes because and I ask myself, okay. What you're talking about is a kind of perfection. Probably you deleted completely digital from your work and you started with film photography in a kind of way to respect, how we can say, a subcultural way to think about what is for real photography. But I want to ask you, if I give to you two examples, I'm really curious to know where you see yourself better. You are more the young that prefers to stay in the street and discovering all the dirty stuff around, or you are more the one that has to have the expensive clothes on yourself to express who you are?
The first one, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So this was my provocation. So why you are searching the perfection where the perfection doesn't exist in this case? Especially when you have, I see just two movies now in front of me, no? And I think about, okay, there are two movies that in general are not really perfect, and that's made them perfection. That's made them perfection because they are totally out of the common pleasure of everyone. There was really, we can say, a challenge in them period. Now we can say, for example, the Big Lebowski. It's a big movie, but how we can say the Big Lebowski sold money respect a movie is much more mainstream. So it's for sure a kind of movie as a particular condition of storytelling and also the contents are not really something you can sell to everyone, you know? And so you have in a way to be sensible to what you're watching and to discover the many details are behind the story, we can say, no? And so then I come to this question. First of all, why you switched to film photography and why you don't use all the tools to express yourself? Why do you want to limit yourself only in film photography?
Thank you for the asking. I really appreciate talking about this topic, you know. And I want to do a step back and going back to imperfection to start talking about this stuff. You said that imperfection sometimes make some kind of works in some ways better, you know. And this is actually the leitmotiv.
I want to say not really better. It's not about what is better, what is wrong, what is right, but to make true. And I think in a way, photography talk about some truths we cannot see. And especially when we talk about ourselves, when we can accept and recognize ourselves in what is our work, we can in a way figure out what is our true, and we can figure out to other people what is the truth about our eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm telling you a story that I had passed this summer while I was shooting in the countryside of Rome. I was with my little cousin Gaia, and we were actually talking about exactly this topic. So she was watching me doing all this weird stuff, rolling canisters and putting film in the camera and paying all the attention for making those photos, and she's not into photography, obviously, but she's smart enough to know that a digital camera is something more quicker, more easy to use, in a way that can provide you a better work, because with film, you might lost all the pictures you take. With film, you are more slow. With film, you are incredibly... You cannot be quick as digital photography, okay?
Depends.
Yeah, it depends, but in majority of cases, you have to think about the framing and stuff like that, because you have in 35 millimeter 36 rolls. You with digital you can blast 100 of shots, and I don't know, delete it later if they sucks, you know what I mean?
Depends. I mean, it's everything is depends. I think it's really. I just say that, then you can continue. But what I think is, and this is funny because also some podcasts ago I was talking about this topic. And I permit myself to be a bit contradictory about what is the topic about film photography, because today film photography for sure is not much more used than before, but it's coming to be something much more mainstream and something with an
yes,
idea.
But for the majority of people, in artistic way, the film gives that imperfection. Digital photography is now, with all these lenses and all these cameras, sharp as hell, it's in some ways fake. I feel like film photography with that imperfection is more real. And that's why I prefer shooting film, because in my expression, in my vision, I try to give a memory. With my photography, I try to give you a memory that you didn't live, So I need that nostalgic feel. And yeah, you can tell me, okay, with a color grading, with all this stuff you have, you can make it with a digital photography, but it's not, it's not really that.
No, I was not contrasting that, for sure. I was much more contrasting the idea is behind. I think this is the right point of photography, is how you provide the idea. And doesn't matter if you do it with film, if you do it with digital, if you do it with your phone, if you do it I can tell you there are thousands of ways. There are also not only film photography, but also analog photography in different ways. When we can use a big format without filming, and so then we use just gel and so on. But for me, it really doesn't matter what do you use to communicate. I mean, you can also I don't know, sketch and draw the scene in front of you. And is not this the point? We are not talking about what is not photography. And if we want to go to catch the details of this argument, then we can say, the imperfection is in the digital, as is in also in the analog. I mean, they are on the same level of imperfection. They are on the same level of perfection, and everything depends about how our mind think is perfect or not. And it's really a point of view, we can say in this case. And it's limited about what is for us the reality, or what is for us something true or not. And as you know, as everyone knows, our world is limited from the words that made us a composition in the grammatic of what we think and how we think something. But to go out from Wittgenstein that said that, and to talk more in the topic about film photography, I think about it's really nice to work with film photography, but there is a lot of word of bullshit around what is film photography today and what is digital photography. And why I want to say that, because in a way, a lot of people told me, yeah, when they shoot with film photography, they have more time to think about what they shoot because they have less exposure. But yeah, this can be in a way destroyed, this way to think when you just buy more film roll, and then you have more. I mean, in a way or another.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I mean, what I want to say,
no problem. I mean, you get it, and there is this problem that now film photography is really a big wave, and like you said, it's growing up. It's not going down in any way at all. So a lot of kids, a lot of inexperts shoot film for make themselves think like more in a more professional way.
I mean, we can say there's a really big list of things that why people use 35 millimeter of or disposable.
Exactly. But in some cases, like mine, there is an artistic way, So if I'm trying to express something, and saying this, I'm trying to reply to your question, to your initial question. If I'm trying to explain something, to give something, some sort of emotions, I have to, in some way, I don't know, let's say I want to make this picture because I think that it's giving this, it's telling this story. And this story is perfect with if I shoot it with a digital photo, this story is perfect. You can see clearly the eyes of this kid, the eyes of this girl, all that's around this subject and stuff like that. In my expressive and artistic vision, it's wrong. I try to make those with purpose. I try to make those photos imperfect and a little bit more dirty with like we all know, with grain and stuff like that. That's the biggest reason. I don't know if you catch it.
Well, look, I totally understand what you mean, and as I was young and I was thinking in the same way, but my research in photography, my experience, we can say, in as a curator, moved me to think about some topics, because there are topics that jump in your life many times, and to research them. And what you are saying is right and is acceptable, and you have your own to think that for sure, but is only a part of a big world is around. And why I want to say that? I want to say that because what you're talking about, in a way, is influenced from an idea. And if I'm provoking you a bit now, it's because I think...
yeah, but it's totally fun. I mean, I'm really, really enjoying this topic, I'm telling you. And I have to stop you because it's not influenced at all. And if it's influenced, it's influenced by myself, because I shoot a ton of digital. And just when I tried film, I said, yeah, okay, it's fun. It didn't came like this, in a second. I tried my first roll. I said, oh my God, the film is the new wave and stuff like that. No, it came with a lot of rolls, a lot of shitty rolls, a lot of blank rolls. it's been a process for me.
Yeah,
Not something magical that came to me because a friend was shooting film and shit. It makes me
but I was not
think
about that. I was not thinking about that. Don't.
Yeah. I just try to explain why.
Don't misunderstand what I'm telling. If I say influence in a way or another, if it's influenced from you, from yourself, from someone else, from a moment, this doesn't matter. I mean, we really care about that. I mean, we are not doing a therapy session that I have to discover
Of course.
your past.
Yeah.
but in a way or another, we are influenced. I mean, it's impossible to don't be influenced. I mean, it's anthropological. It's our heritage about life. We are
of course.
totally influenced, and there is an influence. I mean, if let's make this game together. No, imagine that now we had no digital, okay?
Yeah.
And we was shooting in film, and we was shooting for life in film photography, and now we are switching to digital.
Yeah.
Okay. In a way or another, we was doing the exactly things to switch to film. It's just a circle of repetition of stuff, and it's totally true, good, and is something let you groove, because if you shoot it a lot with digital, and then you say, okay, I want to shoot with film now, and I have my reason why, and it's okay that. But what I wanted to say, and when you stopped at me, that the provocation was just to let you think that probably are you just limiting the tools to use, and in a way, who know? Maybe I don't know that, but that's what I guess is in a way you are limiting also the way you express yourself, and.
I don't think so, man. I'm sorry if I stop you again, but I want to clear something before we go in the wrong direction. Just this. Photography for me is a passion, and what is a passion? Something that makes you fun doing that, and I've passed a time where photography, it wasn't giving me so much joy, because I wasn't so good at it, maybe, I don't know, but in some way, when I discovered film, I found that joy again. I found to have fun again with photography and stuff like that. So it's truly not a limitation for me. Again, it's something that makes me want to shoot more. It's something that passionate me more than before. And before it was like my only passion and my biggest passion, So we can start to talk about all these topics, all these ways about film photography and not digital. And listen, I'm still shooting digital. I shoot a ton of pictures with my phone, a ton of pictures with my Sony, and I have always fun shooting. But with film, it's just something different for me, I just put a roll in the camera and I just make different pictures that I see more express myself. I don't know if I explain myself well.
Again, I got it. I got you from the first 3 minutes of our conversation.
Okay.
But as I said, if I permit myself to contrast some of what you said, but not contrast, but in a way to go a bit more deep in the topic, it's because you talk to me about the topic, but otherwise I will not talk about the topic. It's not topic. I don't care. I mean, if you shoot with film or not, it doesn't matter. That it's important. What do you say? And then let's go to this question. Is in what I see in front of me of your pictures and what you say, there is in a way we can say a gap. There is something is not yet expressed in photography, or probably you didn't show. I don't know. Who knows? You know that. And I want to ask you, what would you like to say when you shoot photography? I mean, what would you say to others?
You know, with my photography, I try not to give experience like some others with street photography. I mean, I don't feel like there is always the need to tell a story and stuff like that. I just try to give an emotion, you know, like I said a ton of time in this chat. I feel my photography to be like some sort of memory that you didn't live, you know. So you see that photo and that photo reminds you something, but not something about your life. You feel it like a memory, and you feel it like it's part of you, but you didn't live that. So I want to, some way, try to give out something about you with the memory of another person, you know, or I don't know, maybe even with just a landscape. That's my biggest purpose with photography. And like I said at the beginning, I'm just at the start, you know. So I have all this process in front of me to grow and for skill myself more and make my vision better in some way. Express my vision better. I was meaning that.
Okay. So, and what kind of experience you would like to doing in the future? There is something you will like.
Absolutely, shoot more, read a lot of more books, and connect with more people as possible, because I always learn talking and doing stuff like this, you know. Try a lot of things like all the type of photography. I mean, just experience the much as possible. This is my purpose for the long-term future.
So let's talk lately. I mean, this is the last question I want to do it. Let's talk about some of the books you have read. There is something you think you are influenced about?
Photography books or
Books.
For filmmaking, yes. The latest book I read is Fight Club. You know, I watched the film a couple of times, and then I decided to read the book, and influenced me a lot to learn dramaticity and how to write and stuff like that. With photography, I try to buy all of the books from incredible photographers and find the inspiration, you know. Is this so?
Let's say, if you tell me 3 photographers that you think influenced you in a way, or you appreciate a lot, that they are there always in your mind.
Sebastião Salgado, it's one of the greatest for me. Yeah. Then Todd Idle, it's another photographer that I love, and Eric Cartier-Bresson. That's my triade.
Three different. I mean, three.
Yeah.
Todd Idle is all about solitude and
exactly.
And go deepness in the what is the perception of our abandoned place, and this is a totally work based on the feeling we have of ourselves. Eric Cartier-Bresson is a totally selfish photographer that created himself from the right moment and the right way of doing marketing, but yeah, respectable in many things for sure, but in many others it was really a philanthropist. And
I get it.
Sebastião Salgado, yeah, for sure, it's one of them, also my favorite photographer, and I think to tell that only photography, it's just a minus of what the work he did it, they do it, and even also especially the work of the wife as a curator, as an editor, is a totally extreme. And this is interesting because
yeah, I told three different styles, three different photographers.
Two of them, they are working in black and white a lot, and one of them is working in color. But it's interesting that you told me these three one, in a way they are totally, they represent.
Yeah, they are so different. They are so different with the styles and things like that, but they are something in common, all these three, that they are touching me like others photographers don't, you know. So
let's say I want to suggest you something to search.
Yeah,
I would say, for what you told me and for how you told me some stuff, also about movies, and for what I see, for what you told me, I would say Nan Goldin.
Yeah, maybe
I will say Michel Hagerman, Antoine Dagata. There are many. I mean, I will say many of them now.
Yeah, there are many. Yeah,
but I think in a way, I think it's you are in a process, and I'm really curious.
Hell yeah, man.
Process. I'm really curious to see what this process will make.
I am too, actually, and that's the biggest reason why I shoot and why I like photography, because it makes me question about myself and how much I have to learn and to live, you know. And I just like to do it with my camera in my hands, you know. So I know exactly that I have a lot to learn, a lot to experience. But doing that with the camera in my hands, it makes me feel alive, you know.
I'm curious to see when you will reveal yourself. I mean, in a way, I don't know. I cannot see that in your picture. I mean, I can see something, but it's, I don't know. Your picture in a way are far away from what you told me and what you show. And I asked to myself, where do you hold the real things? Why you don't publish?
We'll see in the future, man. Thank you so much for saying this, and I will think about it a lot. And this made me really happy, because you make question myself again, you know. Yet life made me question a lot to myself, but you did it again, and this is a beautiful thing. And I really, really, really appreciate to be here.
The world is a fight club.
Yeah,
we have to fight to survive.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you a lot. And just to say, if someone wanna see the work of Gabriele, can follow him on Instagram. Link is in description, and we will see the next episode.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to this podcast, and if you want to learn more about us, you can visit the link allmylinks.com, Berlin Explorer, or our website BEEXproject.com. And if you want to follow us, you can always get news from Instagram on our account BEEX Project. Thank you again, and see you in the next episode.